Barely, I would say.
You should be
I
ashamed.
feel like
Your team
Jawhead is just a pretty common ban overall for me, but definitely Eudora and Matilda are really good bans in this patch.
Do you think we'll be seeing Eve getting banned here?
Possibly. I'd say possibly. But Eve is a priority pick in the ranked games, but I haven't seen it used in the last series between A77 and Outmeta. So there could be many reasons to that, actually.
I'm actually quite interested to see coming from the Team Sexy, like what they're gonna pick, because I'm expecting some unconventionals,
Your
maybe
team
something
is
unconventional
banning.
in the jungler. Because
Yeah,
after
maybe.
saw that match with the jungle, blew my mind. That was a pretty mind-blowing pick. I'm wondering like if I'm gonna be seeing surprises coming off the Team Sexy.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they have some members from the previous Gosu team, like Best Player, and then we have Chicken playing. And I'm not sure who their mage is. So we see some same bans as the last series, actually. We see Kaja being banned, Ling being banned. That's surprising. It's surprising how they ban Ling as well as the last team.
Your team banned right here.
Oh yeah, Harley getting banned.
I'm actually surprised
Harley
by
is
that
pretty
ban.
good in this patch. As a jungler or as a side laner, both. Even in the mid lane, Harley is a really good pick.
Do you think we'll be seeing Marksman jungle or Assassin jungle?
Among the planes.
Oh, there we go. Eve
Oh,
is the first priority
Eve,
pick.
my favorite hero in this first time in this series.
Benedetta open going to Team Sexy.
Yep.
I think Benedetta could take Eve down if Eve's not positioned well and not paying attention. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so, but Benedetta is not a huge problem to Eve as long as the front line. There is a front line for Eve. Let's see.
I see the Chang's not banned yet.
Getting picked here.
Oh, there we go, the Chang pick.
Oh, they got the Chang'e.
Yes.
Your team is picking.
Do you think we'll be seeing some Alice picks here, some Esmeralda picks here?
Yeah, for sure. Maybe a Lunox. I think. Oh, Paquito. Paquito's really good,
Really great
especially
pick.
when you have
family
a backline
and
like Eve.
persecuted.
Paquito's really good in the early game as well as
So long
in the
as I
laning
can
phase.
breathe,
I think it's
my
also great to
fight
like punch
goes
people
on.
away from Eve if they're trying to engage on her when she's ulting.
Yeah, it's just really great
Your
to have
team is picking.
CC, like frontline CC in front of Eve in order for Eve to do a lot of damage with her ulti.
Hayabusa
So I think it's really good picks right now. And we see Guapo locking down a Hayabusa pick. So Guapo plays a lot of assassins and Roger. I expected a Roger pick, but I guess he decided to go with Hayabusa.
I was just
Your
gonna
team
say
is
that when
banning.
Kupo was open, I was wondering if they're gonna take that pick.
Yeah, Popo is really good. I think it's the best tank right now.
It's gonna be very annoying for Hayabusa if Popo just
Your
decides to
team
engage
is banning.
like,
Yeah, and
invade.
they banned the Diggy from Team Pretty Boys.
Back at it again with the Diggy bans. If we saw this as a pattern
Your
from like
team is
the
banning.
last tournament that was hosted. Diggy banned every single game, and now we're seeing it come back. That's
Yeah,
a
I
lot.
think Diggy was banned here mostly because of the Popo. So if you have a Diggy, it's harder for Popo to do his engages and his traps. And they banned the Farsa. We see
team
Farsa
is
getting
banning.
banned a lot. It's not a priority pick, but it's a safety pick for the mages.
I think right now for
know.
Team Sexy, they got pretty good vision in the jungle with the Popo and his traps.
Yeah, for sure. But it's interesting how they banned Farsa when Team Pretty Boys already have a mage.
Mage. And Eve wouldn't really do very well in the side lane, I don't think so.
Yeah, I would expect a Roger ban here. Because Roger counters Eve, I would say. The other marksman is easy for Eve to take down, but Roger is harder.
Kill.
Oh, they banned Saber.
Saber.
Is picking.
That was very unexpected.
That's
I have
shocking.
seen Saber a lot, and
Except for when Rouse is playing Saber, that's probably the only time I've seen Saber.
Rouse
Why
making
do you think
Saber
they
back to the
Saber here?
meta.
Is it because of the Eve? They don't want the Eve getting taken down by Saber? Is that what it is?
I I mean, Saber does counter Hayabusa. It does. I wouldn't expect them to draft a Saber though. So Saber is a counter to Haya. And I mean, a lot of heroes, but I don't think it would fit very well in their team comp. So,
They got the
Lolita
Lolita.
then. Oh, Lolita pick.
That's a good counter pick against the Chang'e.
Yeah, Lolita is still really good as a tank, I'd say.
Your
And they
team
have
is
Well,
Esme.
the Alice is still open here. Do you think? Oh, but do you think we're
Yeah,
gonna
I
be seeing
think
Vendetta jungle?
Alice could be a possible pick here.
I think we might be looking at another Benedetta
Oh,
jungle.
Luna. Yeah,
They're
Luna's
Luna.
counters Esme a lot. That's very, very, very well drafted. I think
Very
both
well
teams drafted really well
Which
against each
team do you think has a better team comp? I'm gonna go Team Sexy. I think Team Sexy has a good team comp, better team comp.
Actually, same for me, but I really like Eve as a hero. I think Eve has a lot of potential to dominate the late game. But in terms of the balance of the draft, I would have to agree with you. I would prefer Team Sexy's draft a little bit better.
Team Sexy looks like they're gonna be going aggressive this game. They're gonna be.
Yeah, for sure, especially when we have the Popo and the Lunuts and Chang'e.
They look like that. Take your towers. Hide your kids. Hide your wife. We're coming for everything. We're taking everything. We're showing no mercy. We're gonna end this game in like 6 minutes kind of combo. That's what it looks like to me.
We see a United States number 6 Paquito.
We got Eve, Paquito, Lolita, Esmeralda, Hayabusa on the red side. We got Benedetta, Popo, Chang'e, Lunox, Cho on the blue side. Who do you cheer for?
I cheer for everyone actually.
Yeah, I think like everyone being able to play in this tournament. These are obviously pro level players.
Of course. I mean, I have to be a little bit biased for the Eve pick because I myself am a fan of Eve as a hero, but
I'm a big fan of Eve too, not even gonna lie.
It runs down.
I just like the way when she throws her abilities and makes that womp womp sound. It just sounds so cool.
Yeah. An alien
Sounds
in
like
in
ASMR.
disguise.
It's like ASMR.
And we see Esme
Right
going
here,
against.
some good damage on the Esmeralda. They're just poking her.
Yeah.
Right here,
I mean,
Lolita immediately
that's
trying to
how-
invade. Trying to invade Benedetta.
In their team comp, but they actually chose to give Chang'e the farm instead of having Lunas go against Esme.
Right here seems like they're just farming. Blue team seems like they want to play aggressive. They want to do something here. It feels like
Yeah, Popo trying to take the jungle, and he did. He out jungled the Haya.
I'm wondering
Like
if
one-
Trovo's just giving some vision. Looks like they're going in on that Paquito in the top lane.
Can we get a top lane?
Paquito out of position and he gets deleted.
That was the first blood given to Team Red. And it looks like Turtle is about to spawn in 20 seconds. Lolita going top lane by himself.
And defend that.
Mm-hmm.
Paquito coming back up. It looks like Hayabusa is gonna try to go in on that Chang'e spot, but she gets away. Benedetta going after this Lolita, and I think they're gonna get the kill on her. She puts her shield up, she goes under a tower. Is Benedetta gonna die for it? Paquito going right in. Is Benedetta gonna pay for this? Whoa! Lunox with that clutch. Gets
That was unfortunate.
Paquito.
Lolita should have left. She shouldn't have came back.
She really shouldn't have. I think they thought that they were gonna get the upper hand on this, but that Lunox just surprised them, and that Benedetta was able to slip away. That
Yeah, it
dash.
was very unfortunate. Benedetta with his passive slipping away with 1 HP. That was very unfortunate for Team Pretty Boys. But this next turtle is coming up, and we can see Lolita trying to camp around the turtle, securing the vision. What I noticed is a lot of times when you have an Eve drafted in the mid lane, I think the tank should give a little bit more vision towards Eve to let her farm and get to level 4.
I think right now, Eve is trying to come back into the mid lane, getting closer to the turtle. I'm not sure that Team Sexy seems to be going for the turtle right now. I think they may want to just take one person down before they go for it.
Yeah, they should.
Want to pick
Sure.
off out of position.
And you can see that on Team Pretty Boy side. their core and their main damager, the Eve, they're pretty mid to late game heroes. So their win condition is try to get a little bit more farm.
Right here, Benedetta going right in on that Esmeralda. They look like they're setting up for that camp. He gets that kill on the Esmeralda. Hayabusa tries the ult. Doesn't look like it's doing much damage. Benedetta just dashing away out of that easy, quick in and out. I think maybe we're looking at them to go take the turtle now after that kill. What would you think?
Yeah, I think they would trade the bot tower for the turtle. It doesn't seem like Team Sexi are trying to contest the turtle. I think they're trying to get the bot tower instead of the turtle, and I think they're gonna do that.
You think they might be overstaying in the bot lane and giving up that turtle?
Just a little bit. There's nothing much that Esme can do against Benedetta in the early game at this point.
They were able to take that tower, so very. I guess was that a smart play?
I'd say definitely, because Turtle doesn't give you Turtle gives you global gold, but the tower, getting the first tower is I'd say a better trade-off.
Trying to do some good damage on that Changi. Changi trying to ult the Eve. Changi counters Eve, I believe, if she is in a better position, but she looks like she's taking a bunch of damage and she needs to go back to her home. Hayabusa trying to go in here, ulting the Lunox and the Popo. Is he gonna get the kill on this Lunox? Lunox is murdered right here. Hayabusa getting a kill. Cho getting that kick on the Lolita, but she just gets away. She dashes with barely escapes with her life right here.
That was the perfect ultimate by Lolita, and Hayabusa going in with his ult. That was the perfect combination, and they got the trade. So I'd say, in terms of objectives-wise, I'd say Team Sexy Ash has a lead. Because considering Esme going against Chang'e, it's pretty easy for Chang'e to defend the towers. So instead of getting the turtle, they got the tower, and that would be a lead in the early game.
Do you think the next objective Team Sexy is going to be setting up for right here?
Yeah, I think the next turtle, I think they're trying to get this bot tower, but Cho is rotating fast and reacting really fast to the pushes.
He's
and
able to defend this. I don't think he's able to defend this. His teammates don't seem to be anywhere close. They just jump right in on that Lolita and punish her. She goes down, coming and chasing after the Popo. Popo just using that, calling his dog back, but he still gets slain. Right here, Changi ulting that Paquito. Paquito getting away. I think now Esmeralda's going in. Tries to do some damage. Eve trying to ult, create that zone so that their Hayabusa could get this turtle, but getting kicked by that Cho right out of the turtle buff. Benedetta here now. She secures the turtle. That Cho, I think that was a very great kick by Cho, kicking that Hayabusa right out of the turtle so that their Benedetta can go right in and just retrieve that turtle and steal it right from under their nose.
Yeah, that was a really great kick by the Cho. Focusing on the Hayabusa and kicking him out of the range of the turtle in order for Benedetta to come back from farming. It looks like Benedetta has pretty low HP, but he was able to get the turtle because Cho zoned out their Hyper. That was a really great play made by the Cho.
Just such a great assassin. Hayabusa here ulting the Popo. I think he's just trying to do some damage. Right here, Benedetta going right in, trying to get that Lolita. Lolita gets hit by Lunox's ability, but Lunox, I don't think she's able to escape out of this Eve ultimate. That slow coming off the Eve ultimate is just so crippling.
Look at the HP bar of Lunox getting shredded by Eve's damage. Eve has really crazy damage, and I think this Eve executed his ult really well. So we can see how Eve does really well in team fights if the positioning is well.
Take that tower, but Cho tries to kick him, and it doesn't do much damage. Hayabusa goes back and punishes that Cho, and they are able to secure that middle turret.
Yep, that's a key turret to get. The middle turret is really important, and it really opens the map a lot for Team Pretty Boys. Getting that mid turret pushes their advantage a little bit further into the late game, and we can see that they're still about 300, 300 gold behind, but it looks like Team Sexy are meeting their power spikes for late game, meeting their win condition. Hayabusa has
job to just punish that Esmeralda every single time she tries to get close, every time she tries to defend her tower, every time she's trying to farm. Chang was just seems to be a very great pick, doing a very good job here. Benedetta going right in, getting that kill on the Lolita. Benedetta able to go in and out. Stealthy assassin with those dashes and immunes. It's just so hard to catch her and kill her. Every time you think you got her, you don't. Surprise! Like,
yeah, it's really hard to catch a Benedetta. But it looks like Benedetta has been focusing on the Lolita, and Lolita getting caught many times during this game.
Taking down nobody. Whoops.
You can see team.
Yeah, they're trying to. They're right now. It seems nothing's much is really happening. They're trying to just figure out what's the next step to take. What do you think the next step they're gonna take is?
I think the next step they're gonna take is trying to camp and get some of the main damage dealers on Team Pretty Boy's side, but it's pretty hard for Team Sexy to get the Eve.
Benedetta just going right in, stealing that red buff from the Hayabusa, and he gets obliterated. Right now, I think they're gonna be aggressive. Tower diving. This Esmeralda. Esmeralda gets defeated. Right here, Benedetta dashing in with those dashes and those immunes again, trying to do some good damage, poking them here. I think they're just gonna go in and just demolish this turret right here, and they might even push onto the inhibitor turret in the base. I don't think Benedetta's a great ult coming off the Lolita. She kills the Popo, gets the Popo. Is she able to defend this tower right now? But she gets down. Eve has resurrected. She has that ult. I think she's able to like still defend this tower. Changi's gonna go in and steal that blue buff from the Hayabusa. Hayabusa trying to go in and ult, but he's unable to do anything right now. They're able to get away from this. That was very great. That was a very good trade.
That was a really great 4-man knockup by Lolita, trying to save this turret, and they're able to do that, pushing the tide of the game a little bit further.
Hayabusa's combination of all his buffs.
Yeah, Changyi's a great pick to steal the enemy's buff, but Haya is not that dependent on his buff actually.
But Changyi getting that blue buff.
Yeah, but
I feel like
Changyi
we're in a whole world of hurt.
More damage.
A whole world of hurt.
I just realized that Chicken is on Changyi.
Side laner player.
Yeah, it looks like the red team are camping around the turtle, trying to bait them out to Lolita getting caught.
Gets that Lolita getting caught out of position right there. Trying to get vision on the Lord. That was a good try. Right here,
yeah, Lolita's a little bit overextended.
Team Sexy, I think they're gonna secure this Lord right here, unless Pretty Boy's team is able to pull off some type of Eve going with the ult. Right here, everyone getting knocked up. Eve shuts down Changyi. Esmeralda shuts down Benedetta.
Blue team hero has been slain.
I think the red team got the Lord. I was a little bit confused too because I wasn't able to see the
I wasn't able to see clearly here what happened.
Yeah, Team Red, Team Sexy got the Lord. And I think they're trying to freeze out the lanes and have 3 waves marching in towards the base at once.
Right here, I think we're going to be seeing another fast-ended game, unless Blue Team is able to stick together and defend, and maybe Team Sexy does a misplay. I think that's what maybe they're counting on if they were able to come back from this.
Yeah, nobody is pushing their bot lane on Team Sexy side, and that might be the only misstep that they're taking. But this Lord, look at the HP bar of the Lord getting shredded by the Eve ultimate.
Eve is very good for defending. Benedetta trying to go in, doing some good damage on the Hayabusa. Hayabusa doesn't seem like he wants to fight this fight at all.
Yeah, Benedetta's early game is a lot stronger, but Hayabusa is coming up towards the late game. And if you look at his build, he has already 2 core items built on Haya.
Team Sexy just making it difficult for Team Pretty Boys to do anything. Team fights that they decide to take on, it seems like they just end up getting punished for it.
For sure, and if you look at Benedetta's is 2k gold ahead of the Haya. So Haya needs to get his farm up.
But he's barely able to farm with the presence that Team Sexy is able to create on the map and the pressure.
Yeah, and right now if you look at Chow on the top lane, he's freezing the lane. And that's exactly what you want to do if you're getting an advantage.
Another engage right here. Benedetta going right in. I think she's trying to go after the Eve, but she decides to back out and just take this blue buff. Right here, Cho coming in to try to kick that Esmeralda, but she gets away.
Yep, they were able to secure the blue buff, and they're freezing out the lanes. And that's a lot of obedience coming from the red team, trying to delay Haya from getting his late game farm and waiting for the next lure, and that's exactly what they're supposed to do to continue their early game advantage.
Control they have to be able to go in, poke, do some good damage, and just know when to back out.
Yep, and wait patiently.
Patiently, Benedetta going in again.
Well, that was a good one.
Eve ulting. Are they gonna get caught in this ult? Changi ulting back, and Eve takes Changi down, but Eve also gets erased.
Yep, but that was a 3-man trade for a small prize of a support coming from Team Sexy side. And let's see when the next Lord is about to spawn. It's about to spawn in 45 seconds, but it doesn't seem like they're trying to get the Lord.
I feel like they should have contested that red buff. It really wasn't worth them losing that inhibitor turret.
That was not a favorable trade-off.
Losing 2 inhibitor turrets here.
Yep, they lost.
Base is barely almost defenseless. What do you think that blue team can do right now?
I think there's really not much to do because Team Sexy, they're pushing in the waves and prepping up for next Lord. I think for Team Sexy, they need to try to bait Team Pretty Boys for the next Lord, or just get the Lord and push in the base. Either way,
good job just baiting them to go start fights at the blue buff, at the red buff, because it seems like they keep fighting hook, line, and sinker and trying to go for that buff, and then ending up trading a couple lives.
Yep, that red buff trade was not a favorable trade for Pretty Boys. But right now, all that they can do is try to push out the minion waves and try their best to try to contest the Lord, because for this enhanced Lord, if they don't contest it, it might be very difficult for them to defend their base, as they already lost 2 inhibitor towers. And you can see
and Truncheon flickering right out, then following up on that, dashing right in, decides to back out. I think that was great self-control. They executed very great self-control there.
Definitely, they were able to zone out Pretty Boys.
You can see Pretty Boys trying to do something about this. Haya is probably gonna try to go in and retreat this, but Team Sexy, they get that Lord. I really think that there's no coming back for Team Pretty Boys right here.
Yeah,
they're just going on rampage mode right now, taking out everybody in their sight. Nobody is walking away alive right here. Benedetta dashing in, Paquito trying to dash in, but his efforts are fruitless. Right here, Changi with that ult. Like I said before, Changi that counters that Eve. If that Eve is just not in position, that ult just melts her. Right now, a whole team wipeout on Pretty Boy here. They have free reign to take down this turret. You got your winners of this match. It is Team Sexy.
Congratulations to Team Sexy for that victory. They've really demonstrated their patience, their commitment, their abilities in dominating and continuing their early game advantage, turning it into a win. Very well played.
Very, very great game. I think like this kind of team comp that Team Sexy chose is similar to like the team comp that A77 chose. It seems that this kind of team comp is very strong for just ending and pushing and providing the pressure to just end the game quickly.
Yeah, the Chow, in my opinion, did really well, despite having silver medal, because I've seen him landing some very crucial stunts onto
Like that turtle,
team.
taking that Hayabusa right out of that turtle.
Yeah, definitely. And Chow was able to split push
That's
while
such good
his
timing
team-
and follow up.
Yeah, definitely. So Chow, I would say, deserves the MVP on Team Sexy side.